Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Jamaica Customs Agency donates 30 tablets to Farm Primary and Infant School.
The Jamaica Customs Agency has launched an initiative to donate tablets to schools, of which our school is a beneficiary.
The CSR team, we pretty much had a tablet drive. We met amongst ourselves. We thought about an initiative that we can have based on the times we're living in and what we're hearing happening in the space, the communities that we operate in. And we decided to have a tablet drive. And from that tablet drive, the staff of the JCA gave generously, and we along with friends of the JCA, and we raised over a little over $1.2 million. And from that, we have purchased between donation and what we purchased, we have accumulated 60 tablets, and today we have handed over 30 tablets to Farm Primary and Infant School.
We are quite elated, as in the academic year 2020 to 2021, we were only reaching approximately 60% of our student body rather. That's about 100 students not having access to online classes. So this donation will go a far way in helping a number of our students to access online classes, and I am very elated, I'm relieved, I'm pleased, and I'm very happy that Jamaica Customs Agency has chosen our school to donate these tablets to.
Pretty much, the mantra of CSR is that you look within the communities that you operate. And the two major areas that the Jamaica Customs Agency operate in is Kingston and Montego Bay. And so, looking on the Montego Bay level, we thought, how liaising with a member, Ms. Claudette Coombs-McHale, who is a senior director in Montego Bay, and also a member of the CSR team, we have sort of pretty much canvass Montego Bay and to identify a school where, based off the need of that school, we can make the donation to.
Currently, we are doing a survey to find out the students who do not currently have a device. And so when that survey is completed, we are going to start the issuing at grade 6 coming down. Therefore, our grade 6 will be furnished first because they will be doing the PEP exams. Then we move on to grade 5, then grade 4. So we want to equip our PEP students first with these devices. The lack of devices and internet connectivity affected the students greatly. We saw where, yes, performances fell. There were some students who we could not even prepare a report for because they did no classes at all. And so it really affected them. Yes, things were in place. For grade 6, we were allowed to reopen in February in preparation for the ability test. And we had put in an access point where the students could have better connection to the internet. Yes, at grade 6 and some of our students at the lower grades benefited from donation of tablets from private donors and from individuals who want to remain anonymous. But we were blessed to have those gifts of tablets to help our students. And yes, students could have come here to access the internet if they have a device. Where they did not have a device, if we have one that could help them. Some students were able to use the computer room to do their diagnostic test when it was supposed to be done. So yes, we had put some things in place, but it was quite limited. And if there's any other help that we can get, we will welcome it.
Sitting there, listening to the principal and knowing that, over 100 of our countrymen or countrywomen, and I'm not talking about in respect to location of Jamaica, but as another Jamaican, that they were not able to, there's a deficit per se, a 1-year deficit in their education growth as a result of lack of access to internet or a piece of technology to aid them in developing education. That broke my heart. And to know that this act by the Jamaica Customs Agency of giving from the heart, because that's what the CSR is about. It's about Jamaica Customs demonstrating the softer side of the agency and giving from our heart, really warm my heart to knowing that the pieces are coming back together, knowing that we were able to assist with 30 tablets given to farm, primary and infant school.
A beautiful mistake. 8-year-old accidentally wins 1 million from Digicel. What started as a typical childlike error ended up in a surprise $1 million windfall for 8-year-old Aubrey. Her mother Crystal and the rest of the family were bowled over when the grade 3 student received an unexpected call from Digicel. No Courage Together live draw presenter Z.J. Sparks announcing she was Jamaica's newest millionaire. In recalling what led to the cash call, Crystal shared that Aubrey had dialed the 142 enter code in error while trying to renew her mobile data plan. The family was unaware that she had entered the promotion until they received the mind-blowing phone call. Both were in high spirits when they arrived in Kingston to meet with Digicel representatives for the official handover of the $1 million. Crystal recalled, "I was at home when Aubrey came to me saying that a number 619-5000 kept on calling her and that it was Digicel. When they called back and I spoke to the representative, I was genuinely confused because I did not remember entering the promotion. So I checked her call log only to see that she had dialed 142. I realized it must have happened one day when she impatiently decided to renew her data plan herself and call that number instead." She continued, "Once I and my husband realized it was real, it was an emotional roller coaster for us both. We were shocked, happy and still a bit confused that this could have happened to us." Aubrey, on the other hand, did not share her parents' confusion and accepted her fate in stride, announcing, "Mommy, I won money, I'm a millionaire," as she danced around the family home in celebration. She was just as elated when she came to Kingston recently to participate in the live draw and pose with her giant check in hand. For the family, the money couldn't have come at a better time. With the new school already here, Crystal no longer has to worry about back-to-school expenses. First on her shopping list are books, a new tablet for online classes, and any other item Aubrey needs to stay ahead of her studies. The rest will go to an investment fund to pay for Abby's future education. Elated about ushering into Kingston's newest youngest millionaire, Chief Marketing Officer for Digicel Jamaica, Nasha Monique Douglas shared, "Surprising endings like these are the exact reason why we launched the Make We Rich Together promotion," she continued. "Every week, our customers get lots of chances to win extraordinary prizes and get their lives back on track. We see the big difference that our $1 million call makes in people's lives and very happy to be able to offer our customers hope. For those eager to experience Aubrey's good fortune, they have until September 14, 2021 to dial 142 or star 142 number sign for chances to win one or two remaining weekly $1 million prizes, the grand prize of $10 million, or the second place prize of $5 million. Customers can also win smartphones, tablets, prepaid credit, postpaid bill discounts, and more in the live weekly draw that takes place on Digicel's Instagram and Facebook pages every Thursday at 6 p.m. Hellish Reality. Last month, when the daily COVID-19 body count and cases spiraled and frightening images of overflowing hospital wards and patients bedding down on floors flooded the media, 36-year-old Jamaican Elizabeth, who was isolated at home, watched with compassion from the edge of what she said was her own death's door experience. She said 2 visits to the hospital during the ordeal, which she saw her spending a night in a wheelchair on one of the outer corridor of the University Hospital of the West Indies, and an entire day at the Spanish Town Hospital, surrounded by others coughing and equally miserable COVID-19 patients, gave her a bird's-eye view of the hellish reality, even as she struggled to regain her health from home. "I was hearing the news report. I follow News Network. There were people close to me that were dying, and I was getting the report. I saw what was happening worldwide. When I saw what was happening at the hospitals, I felt very sympathetic. I felt sad because I was there physically to see things happening. I was there to see people dying. I was there to see the nurses under pressure. I was there to hear people crying out for water. I heard people calling out, "I am dying." So when I saw the reports, it brought back memories of where I had been, she reported in an interview yesterday. The young woman, who said for the past year and 4 months she has had to take bi-weekly COVID-19 tests due to her work environment, was a gospel during the week of August 8th. She started experiencing symptoms of the virus, which she initially mistook for the flu. The week before I started having symptoms, the Tuesday I tested negative for COVID. Then on the holiday weekend, August 6th, I started feeling ill. My throat felt very weird. I had headaches, cold sweats, and by the following morning I could not move. Pain was rackling my body. By Tuesday I couldn't walk. I was having a fever and I was coughing, she recalled. An antigen test confirmed her worst fears. I informed my employers and then got to my family and made them test immediately. They were negative, but on Thursday I started vomiting. By Friday I was coughing a lot. My chest felt like it was caving in, and I wasn't keeping anything down, so I was rushed to the university hospital, she said. After a night of being fed intravenously, she was sent home, but only to end up at Spanish Town Hospital after she started having difficulty breathing. A chest x-ray showed an infected lung. She said she was given another set of medication and sent home. That's when things took a turn for the worse. I got home, but my breathing conditions got worse. Luckily, I had a small cylinder with oxygen given to me by my company. I also had an oximeter, and my heart rate was over 200. My oxygen level was going down. I was vomiting. I was gasping for air because my airways were blocked. I was blocking out, she reported. My nerves were affected by one of the medications. I couldn't hold anything in my hand. They were shaking. I had to be pumped up on pillows. Every 5 minutes I had to ease up because mucus was coming down. It was blocking my windpipe. I was bringing up cups and cups of mucus, she said. The nights, she said, were the worst and most frightening. I couldn't sleep. I kept looking to see if it was daylight. When it became day, my body functioned easier, but my body was in excruciating pain. I felt like I was losing my hearing because my lymph nodes were swollen. Talking with pain. If I started to speak, I was gasping for breath, and then I became too weak to speak. My sister would come and try to give me comfort, and I would just cry, the young woman said. When the cylinder ran out, an oxygen-producing machine that was gifted to her family was her saving grace. Now well on the road to recovery, she gives credit and high praises to a vigilant family, caring friends, employers, co-workers, and 2 attentive doctors who supervise her care over the phone. That road, she said, was littered with a line of medication of all sorts, as well as home remedies and warm beverages prepared by her mother, but prayer, she believed, was the real thing. Prayer is very important. I had a lot of people praying for me in addition to the medication I got. People were really praying non-stop. This experience has taught me a lot in terms of looking out for other people. Even if you hear that they have been diagnosed, don't take it lightly. Call to and check in. Call a family member to see what they can do, and at all times, vaccinate or unvaccinated, protect yourself. Sanitize, wear your mask and face shield. Build your immune system. Help where you can. If you can financially help somebody, if you can go to the supermarket to buy something extra, the nation has come together as a family to help each other, she said. While the way how she contracted the virus remains a mystery, the young professional believes that she was partly to be blamed as she had allowed her preoccupation with her daily duties to affect her self-care. My immune system was down. I was just going non-stop. I was tested negative, but wasn't putting anything in my system. I wasn't taking my vitamins and stuff, she said, while urging people to ensure that they do not make the same error. The Freetown Church of God of Prophecy Outreach Foundation in Clarendon brought good cheer to students and residents on Friday.
We really try to reach the community and also the environment. The other persons who are out of the community who they try to reach, and we are really grateful for those persons who have really contributed to this foundation. Sometimes we are overwhelmed with the number of persons who come in, and we are so happy that we're able to touch lives and to also change lives. And we just want to continue, and we are just grateful for the supporters, and we are praying that they will continue to support the foundation.
I take this opportunity of handing you this tablet on behalf of the foundation. I hope you will find great use for it and it will help you to excel in your class.
We asked persons from the different communities to check on the need of persons because we didn't want to give persons who have 2 or 3 tablets already. We were really catering for those who cannot or hardly can afford getting a tablet. And when we asked around, we realized that persons within the community, they have been using their parents' tablet or their parents' phone to do the schoolwork. So we try to reach those who do not have tablets.
Honestly, we feel good, especially when you can leave with a smile on the face and you know at the end of the day they say thank you, you feel so good because the need has been met. There are so many needs we can't even do anymore. But we can just do the best we can, so we are reaching out to others who want to come on board and help. We'll be very grateful because the need is great. We visit homes and we give out things. We deal with the seniors, we go and we take care of them. So counseling also for youths, we do all of that. Reach out to whoever is in need.
The most important thing for you, your students looking out now, how am I going to do this? Find a way to get to that first degree. If when you left high school, if you find that, boy, this university thing is not for you, look around and see what else you want to do. U is not the only university. You have UTech, you have CMU, you have NCU, you have all the others around, and look at the programs. Now, even if you still decide that U is not for you, look at art, look at a trade. You need to get something. High school alone, what it will do, you're lucky if a little factory set up and then can employ you, but we don't have much of those anymore. Even in USA, McDonald's used to employ a lot of high school. That's not happening. You have to have a BSc. Work at McDonald's because the opportunities are minimal for just high school alone. You have to think of going beyond. Learn a trade if you don't want to take up the academic thing. Do something, learn a skill, but get those few subjects first. Because if you have to go to art need at least 3. English and 2 more. You don't really need maths, English and 2 more. But it depends on what you're going to do. And the first program you do at heart, I think that's covered by the government. It's free. After that, you pay some small money or so. But it's there, and you learn. One of my brothers, he went to heart. He did electrical technology then when he was in Leidordsville. And he's in New York now working at Coned. He's one of the chief contractors with Coned working there. Because of that, when the opportunity comes, you have to recognize it. Don't ignore it. And people are there to help you. Just as how today this donation from the church is doing all this charity stuff, it helps. You get your tablet, it helps. You may not have internet, but you find a way. Go somewhere where internet is. And if Digicel and Flow give you that thing on your phone, again, you can use that. And use it, do school stuff. Don't waste the bandwidth and stuff. It is very, very important. The built-in urge and built-in, what you call character comes in. When you can learn it yourself, then you can teach yourself. The learning of it becomes easy as you go up in life.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.